Before the magical adventure begins, leave a like and subscribe to follow our enchanted stories. Your support helps us create even more magical stories for you.
Once upon a time, there was an old king who was ill.
I am lying on my deathbed. Most faithful John, I feel my end approaching. I have no anxiety except about my son. He is still young and cannot always guide himself. Promise to teach him everything, or I cannot close my eyes in peace. After my death, show him the whole castle, all the chambers and halls. But the last chamber in the long gallery, containing the picture of the Princess of the Golden Roof, must remain hidden.
After the burial, the new king wished to see his inheritance throughout the castle. Faithful John showed him the treasures, but avoided the room with the hidden portrait. The king demanded the door be opened, but John warned him of the great danger.
"I will not leave until I see it," the king declared, forcing John to obey.
As the door opened, the magnificent portrait of the princess shone brightly within.
The king gazed at her beauty and fell to the floor, fainting from love. Faithful John had all the kingdom's gold melted down and shaped into gifts.
Artisans crafted golden swallows, bears, and strange animals of pure gold.
They loaded the ship and sailed until they reached the princess's city.
Wait here on board and prepare the golden display. He placed golden gifts in his apron and went to the palace courtyard.
The Princess of the Golden Roof saw the shining gold and was amazed.
The ship held treasures far greater than what she saw. Full of joy and curiosity, the princess agreed to visit the ship.
Faithful John immediately ordered the anchor raised and the sails unfurled.
The ship flew over the blue waves as swift as a bird.
Seeing the land disappear, the terrified princess cried out in fear.
The young king took her hand, revealing he was no merchant.
He confessed. He stole her away because of his great love.
Her heart was won, and she gladly agreed to become his queen.
The ship sailed gracefully over the waves, carrying the happy couple home.
Faithful John sat quietly at the prow, watching the horizon with care.
Suddenly, 3 ravens came flying through the air towards the ship.
Understanding their language, John listened closely to what they said. A chestnut horse would carry the king away. Unless someone mounts the horse and shoots it, the king is lost.
The second spoke of a bridal shirt that would burn like fire.
Aye. It must be seized with gloves and thrown into the flames.
The third warned the queen would fall down as if dead.
Only drawing 3 drops of blood from her can save her life.
But revealing these secrets would turn the faithful servant into stone.
Arriving at the castle, a magnificent horse stood ready for the king.
But before the king could mount, John shot the horse dead. The king said, "He is faithful John."
Inside the hall, a bridal shirt of gold and silver lay waiting.
John snatched the shirt and threw it into the roaring fire.
The servants grumbled again, yet the king trusted his faithful friend.
The princess of the golden roof fell down pale as death during the dance.
Faithful John drew 3 drops of blood, but the king was furious. Condemned to the gallows, John stood ready to die and asked to speak. He revealed he had heard the raven's warnings on the sea journey.
He explained, shooting the horse and burning the shirt saved the king.
He confessed he drew the blood to save the princess from death.
The king shouted for pardon, but the curse had already taken hold.
Faithful John turned to stone, leaving the royal couple weeping.
The king stood before the cold stone statue, longing for his faithful friend.
Offer the purest love of your heart, and I shall be restored.
The king gazed at his beloved twins, sleeping peacefully in their cradle.
His heart broke, but he remembered John's great loyalty and sacrifice.
With trembling hands, the king drew his blade to pay the terrible price.
He made a heartfelt offering, gathering the essence of life to save his friend.
The king sprinkled the red blood over the silent stone figure. Immediately, life returned to the stone, and faithful John stood living again.
You have been true.
The twins sprang to life, playing happily as if they had only slept. Great was their joy, and they lived together in happiness until their end. For true loyalty had conquered even stone, proving stronger than death itself.
And so, the legacy of faithful John remained in their hearts forever.